Welcome on board another lockdown escape flight. Today we are flying EasyJet from Frankfurt to London Heathrow. Your pilot today is Steve, so please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to another lockdown escape flight. Today you find us in Frankfurt, getting ready for departure to London Heathrow. Now this is the day of the new release from Microsoft Flight Simulator. So this is the first flight that I've done since the update, so I'm interested to see how everything goes. So far I haven't had any crashes to desktop as yet, so fingers crossed. Right, let's get everything set up. APU on. We're aligning our navigation system. Get the heat on. We've got external power, so we can use that. Turn on the fuel pumps. Turn on the warning lights, seat belts, etc. I think that's everything there. Let's just have a look here. Turn the screens up a little bit so we can see where I'm going and what I'm doing. Turn off these screens. I'm not sure if it helps frame rate, but I always turn them off anyway. They're not needed. And any extras, any simmers will know any increase to frame rate is very much appreciated in this simulation. So cost index, I'll just put in 100. I'm not sure what difference it makes to the actual flight, but we're flying at 34,000 today. We'll align our point of navigation. Taking off flaps 1. We can fit this, we can do that automatically, 0 fuel weight, etc. So V1 126, VR 127, V2 131. Let's have a look outside. Yeah, I left the pilot on, so he's arranged all the, he was starting to get ahead of himself. So we've got clearance to 12,000 initially. And we've got our taxi clearance, 425C. Now this is one of the handcrafted airports which came with one of the I think it must have been Premium Deluxe. It must have been one of the airports that was included in the Premium Deluxe edition. I don't think I've actually flown from here before. And so this should be interesting to have a look at it. Opened, I believe, in 1936. The original airport. Right, we'll start up our APU, get ready to depart, push back from the gate, and then we can get our engine started and be on our way. Flying a little EasyJet Neo, as you can see. Help if I turned off the parking brakes, I guess. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Right, let's get back into the cockpit and get our engine started. Arm our speed brake. We'll let our co-pilot, he can take over the radio for the duration. I tended to stop using ATC altogether now for these flights. I just find them so unreliable. Engine 2 starting. navigation still aligning. There we go. It's just come online, so we can. Our navigation system is now active. Turn off our APU. The engines are now generating our power. Brake off and let's get going. It's not too long, it's only just over 1 kilometre to the runway. That's not too bad. That's quite a short run considering the size of this airport. To say it's very well modelled.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff, please.
Right, here we go. Let's see if we can keep this as central as we can on the runway. did sway a little bit over to the right. I don't know why that keeps happening, even the wind directions and pushing us to the right. Anyway, we're in the air. Autopilot on. Weather radar. For my thumbnail screenshot, I reckon. Might as well set our altitude now for our cruise of 34,000. Put the pressure to standard. Above 10,000, so we can switch off all our lights. And seat belts off. Just turn the anti-ice on in case we have problems going through those clouds. So it's only 532 miles, so that's not long. So we should be landing in about, I don't know, 1 hour 20, something like that. So we need to get to 2,500 for our approach into Heathrow, and there's our flight plan. Now it has this weird, I don't know why I didn't spot this when I was setting this up, but for some reason it's put us on this weird approach to Heathrow. We're practically over on wheels and then double back. So I'm not sure how confident I am about editing it on the computer. We really need to find Fitbo and see if I can delete that. It seems to have disappeared off here, so I'm not sure whether that's actually worked. It's definitely gone. Well, we'll wait and see what happens. So hopefully that whole dog leg section will be cleared out. Right, so we've just started our descent into London. So I'll bring our rate of our altitude reduction down a little bit. I don't want to come down too severe, because this flight plan is adding a lot of miles onto our journey, so I wish I paid more attention when I was setting it up. So let's see if I was able to successfully delete that waypoint, which will cut out that whole necessity to travel all the way to Wales before doubling back, basically doing a tour across England, which does seem a bit crazy. Still on our computer, so I don't think I deleted it. I don't know the operation of the onboard computer well enough to be able to adjust in flight. I need to have a look at that. Well, normally I have a good look at the flight plan before starting, and then you're able to easily delete them when you're setting it up by just by clicking on the waypoint and just deleting it. But it's not so straightforward using the onboard computer. I'm sure it is once you know how it's done. Anyway, it looks pretty outside. Looks like the sun will be setting as we're landing at Heathrow. Okay, so it did cut out that corner. It managed to work out that I didn't want to go to that waypoint, so that saved us a lot of time and mileage. So we've got a landing speed of 125. See the twinkling lights of London beneath, or at least the burbs of London, as we get closer into the city. The skies always look fantastic in this simulation. The colours are just amazing. I love, especially this time, either early morning or in the evening as the sun is setting. The colours in the sky are just magnificent. You can see a few aircraft there. Looks like they're on approach to Heathrow. Those two are very close to each other, actually. Get our first stage of flaps out. Will help slow us down a little bit as well. We need to reduce our speed quite a bit. City of London now. It's in the Shard. Right, we get down to our approach altitude of 2,500. Start getting that speed down even more. Get more flaps out. You can see Westminster there. Buckingham Palace beneath us. Pretty good to me. Quite smooth as well, I would expect. Given all the graphics beneath, I would expect a lot of jittery movements, but we seem to be maintaining a good frame rate, glad to say. Turn on our landing system because we can put on the localizer actually. Line us up with the runway. Get that speed down more. And get more approach. Switch that on. We're fully configured now as the flaps are fully out. And reduce that speed a little bit more, get ready for that final landing speed. Look at that beautiful sky. Lined up with the runway ahead. here we go. Let's see if we can do a nice smooth landing.
300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 5.
Oh, there we go. Floated a little bit. Did a little bit of floaty boaty, but I'm happy with that. It was all right. I think it was quite a healthy. It wasn't too long a float, so that's fine. I'm happy with that. We floated at about 5 feet above the runway. I think that's perfectly acceptable. So here we are at Heathrow. Now this is the modelled version, which is available with the premium deluxe edition of Flight Sim. It's a good model. I mean, it's not perfect. I don't think it's complete. I mean, it looks like there's large chunks of the airport that are still missing, but it's pretty good. It's better than the default version. I need to get rid of a speed brake, get the landing lights down. Right, let's find a gate. We'll go further up here. And turn into the next one, perhaps. I think that far terminal, I think I'm right in saying that's Terminal 2. The big building in the distance there. I think that's Terminal 2. We'll turn in here and see if we can find a gate. It looks like there are other sort of short haul planes along here, so why go next to one of those further up? Further up on the right there, that looks like a suitable spot to pull in. Handbrake on. And let's attach the jetway. Now, will they come to the cargo door if I open it and do the suitcases? No, it doesn't look like it. Right, let's turn on the AP, although there's external power, to be fair. Right, let's get rid of the log. Unlock our door here. And we'll have a little look at Heathrow Airport. Busy. It's nice to see them modelling the airport and putting lots of planes at the gates. I like that. At least it makes it look like it's a busy airport. Right, well that's another flight over with this lovely view of Heathrow and London in the distance. Just like to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lockdown escape flight and hope to see you again soon.